Why all, Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard has been stealing from her entire community and has absolutely no remorse about it. In fact, she's been mocking the people she's supposed to be serving, completely clowning them. It's honestly the audacity for me. Tiffany's been under intense scrutiny for the past few months after it was revealed that she misappropriated funds meant for the community and has been living large off it. Now, it seems like she's really gone too far because not only is the town investigating her, but the FBI has also opened an official investigation. But how did Tiffany manage to steal so much money without being caught, and is she actually planning to run away to avoid facing justice? Let's break this down. For some background, Tiffany Henyard has been the mayor of Dalton, Illinois since 2021, but that's not her only position. In 2022, she also appointed herself as the Thornton Township Supervisor. Big red flag right there. When someone in power starts giving themselves titles left and right, things rarely end well. But Tiffany's time as mayor has been even more dramatic and chaotic than anyone could have imagined. She's been constantly making headlines, and not for good reasons. News outlets have accused her of everything from financial mismanagement to corruption, fraud, and all kinds of shady dealings that have left the entire community shocked. Over the past year, Tiffany has been clashing with the village's board of trustees, and let me tell you, it's been a hot mess. She's refused to take any responsibility for her actions, and the drama just keeps escalating. The first whispers about Tiffany being shady started back in August 2019 when CBS 2 Chicago revealed some troubling details about one of her properties. She was out here collecting Section 8. The property, which was part of a housing subsidy program, turned out to be a total disaster. We're talking serious mold issues, water leaks, and other major problems.
Over here in the corner, and that's where it started, and then it just spread it.
Jacqueline Smith says she's battling mold in many places, a result of unrepaired leaks in her Dalton rental home.
It leaks in the corner where the roof, the ceiling is damaged, and then it leaks going into, and the window sill leaks in my daughter's room.
These are some pictures of what she says is rain dripping from her daughter's bedroom window. She says mold also grew on her daughter's shoes and is all over the side of the house, which is owned by Dalton trustee.
My first name is
Tiffany Henyard.
Frustrating, irritating.
By November 2019, the situation had worsened so much that the property was deemed uninhabitable, forcing the tenant to move out. You'd think Tiffany would have corrected her actions and stopped cashing those checks, but she didn't. Allegedly, she continued to collect Section 8 payments, ignoring the mold issue the tenant had called her out on, which led to people growing suspicious of her. Fast forward to October 2020, when Tiffany decided to run for mayor. She was the underdog, and no one expected her to win, but in a shocking turn, she secured a landslide victory, winning 82% of the vote. At first, it seemed like the people of Dalton were behind her, but that quickly changed once her shady past started to surface. It didn't take long for the community to turn against her. Just 6 months into her tenure, the board members started calling her out for her questionable spending of municipal funds and lack of transparency. By April 2022, tensions reached a boiling point, and the village board sued Tiffany, accusing her of serious conflicts of interest. But Tiffany wasn't backing down. She fired back, labeling the trustees as troublemakers, and in a bold move, locked them out of their offices and canceled board meetings left and right.
Assessor here in Thornton Township for the past 10 years, an elected position that helps residents deal with exemptions and property tax appeals. But when she arrived at work this morning, something strange happened. This was your office?
Yes.
What happened when you tried to open it?
It doesn't work.
Not only had Elston been locked out of her own office, but boxes of sensitive documents that she kept in her office were spread around the common area. This was under lock and key before.
This was under lock and key.
And now it's just out in the open?
Now it's just out in the open. So it has the taxpayer's name, address.
So who did this to you?
Well, I imagine.
Tiffany's administration wasn't just controversial, it was downright hostile. Anyone who dared to question her was quickly shut down. But wait, it gets even crazier. While Dalton's finances were quickly draining, Tiffany was out there living it up like she had a personal ATM. The amount of taxpayer money Tiffany's accused of squandering is jaw-dropping, but what's even wilder is what she spent it on. First up, she allegedly blew $1 million on a police security detail. Yes, you heard that right. While the town was struggling to stay afloat and combat crime, Tiffany was cruising around with a security team that cost nearly $1 million. And when asked why she needed such an extravagant detail, she claimed it was because she was receiving threats to her life, and the hefty security was absolutely necessary.
In Dalton, and what is your security detail?
So we have about 45 officers in our village. My security is warranted due to the fact of threats and things of that nature, but what people are not stating is it's in our CBA. That's our collective bargaining agreement. That's our union contract. So it comes with a seat. That's what people are not saying. I didn't make this up. I didn't just create this and say, I want security.
How many officers is it?
How many officers is what?
On security detail.
I'm not gonna say how many due to the threats on my life. So,
But if it's in your CBA.
it is in my CBA. I'm not doing anything wrong. I even went to court due to the fact of people suing me saying, can I have a security detail?
Tiffany allegedly spent $33,000 on Amazon in a single day. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. Don't even get me started on the designer clothes, luxury trips, and other extravagant purchases. She was truly living the high life. But as you can imagine, the people of Dalton soon grew tired of watching her splurge at their expense. They called in Chicago's former mayor, Lori Lightfoot, to investigate. Now, Lightfoot isn't just some random choice. She was a federal prosecutor before becoming mayor, so you know she's serious about getting to the truth. Lightfoot's role was to scrutinize Tiffany's spending and expose any shady dealings. The people of Dalton are furious about how their tax dollars are disappearing, and they want answers now. But Tiffany isn't backing down without a fight. She's claiming that the whole investigation is just political, saying people are attacking her because she's a black woman. Talk about audacity, trying to play the victim after allegedly stealing from the very people she's supposed to serve. Meanwhile, Lightfoot is combing through receipts, credit card statements, and every expense. While Tiffany's living it up with her personal security team, the rest of Dalton is left to fend for themselves with rising crime and financial ruin. But wait, it gets worse. Tiffany's shopping sprees are out of control. Think Kardashian-level excess. The things Lightfoot is uncovering are downright shocking. Remember that $1 million security detail, the luxury trips, and the Amazon shopping binge? Lightfoot is putting it all together, and the picture it's painting is not pretty. The people of Dalton are fed up and not staying quiet anymore. They're protesting, demanding that Tiffany step down. They've had enough of watching their hard-earned tax dollars disappear while their mayor lives like a billionaire heiress. At a recent village board meeting, Tiffany was absolutely dragged for her behavior, and the people are making it clear they want her out.
Tiffany, there's one comment that I've heard out of your mouth that I actually agree with.
Trust this woman if she stood on a stack of Bibles and had her tongue notarized. Not a damn thing she says comes out her mouth.
The situation got so heated that the police had to step in and clear the room because the crowd was outraged. People were shouting, pointing fingers, and demanding answers. Lawrence Gardner, a local business owner, even claimed that the police targeted him after he refused to donate to Tiffany's campaign. That's pretty concerning, especially given the suspicion that the local police might be in Tiffany's pocket. But the drama doesn't stop there. Tiffany's alleged actions are so serious that the FBI has now gotten involved. It's rare for a small-town mayor to land her city $6 million in debt while living a lavish Kardashian-style lifestyle, but that's exactly what's happening here. The FBI isn't playing around, they're digging deep into every aspect of Tiffany's life. They've hit her with 2 subpoenas coming at her from multiple angles. The first subpoena is all about her personal business dealings, demanding records from her restaurant, property management company, political action committee, and charity. The second subpoena is focused on the township's financial records, budgets, payroll, credit card statements, and expense reimbursements. It's clear the FBI is determined to track every penny that flowed through Dalton's accounts, and with the mismanagement accusations swirling around Tiffany, this is not looking good for her. Former FBI agent Ross Rice described the investigation as very broad and mentioned that the number of people and entities involved suggests serious allegations of wrongdoing. When an ex-FBI agent says something serious, you know it's more than just small-town drama. It seems like Tiffany is finally realizing how deep this mess goes because rumors are now swirling that she's gone into hiding. Given the gravity of the allegations, it's not surprising if even a fraction of them are true. Tiffany's facing some major consequences. Fans are already commenting on the potential fallout. Tiffany Henyard, corrupt mayor of Dalton, is going to go to prison for such a long time. LMFAO spent over $9 million in less than 3 years, leaving the township about $5.5 million in debt. Henyard isn't a super mayor, she's a super villain, a very incompetent one.